Hey everyone, welcome back. It's time for another quick fix, and usually when we talk about desserts, it's really more of a science and there's precise measuring that has to occur. And as you know, in our quick fixes, it's just easy meals that you can assemble without measuring. But there is one dessert that can actually be done just with your instincts, adding things to a pre-made dough that you buy at the supermarket, and that comes out perfect every time. And I'm talking about apple strudel. Although we have a precise recipe for apple strudel in our program, I thought you might be interested in seeing how I usually prepare this, which means my recipe is nowhere in sight. Preheat your oven and prepare a shallow baking sheet with some parchment paper. You're also going to need some vegan puff pastry. Most store-bought puff pastry is vegan by default, but just check the ingredients. And we're gonna peel and very thinly slice some apples, your favorite apples for baking. Let's add them to a bowl. We're gonna add some all-purpose flour. We're going to sprinkle with some sugar and some brown sugar. Dust with some cinnamon, a couple of dashes of nutmeg, and we're gonna toss everything together. Don't worry about the amounts, you just wanna make sure that all of the slices are nicely coated. Now we're gonna crush some walnuts into the mixture and fold everything to get it well combined. Place your puff pastry sheet over some parchment paper and stretch it out a little bit. You want a rectangular shape. And you don't want to roll this with a rolling pin, just stretch it out as best you can. And next, we're gonna add our filling in the center. You're gonna form a big mound, so try to push everything down, make everything nice and compact. It's gonna create great texture later. We're gonna fold the sides towards the center, and then we're gonna continue to close our log by folding one end towards the middle and the other end as well. Make sure to pinch those edges and that seam together so that it's well closed, and shape it again a little bit. Form it into a log shape and then carefully turn it around. You want to bake this seam side down. Next, we're just gonna cut some slits on the top of our strudel just to let steam escape in the oven. And we're gonna loosely cover it with some foil and bake it in our preheated oven for 35 minutes covered. Then we remove the foil carefully and we pop it back in the oven for 10 to 15 more minutes or until it's nice and golden. Let it cool only slightly. You want to serve this warm, and once you cut in, you'll see those gorgeous caramelized apples in the center.